Alright everyone, Tim the editor here, post-recording my deck profile for my Dark World deck. I realized before even starting the edits that I forgot to mention if there is any discrepancy between what I'm saying and the text I put on screen is because I've been using, I have older versions of certain cards. I made this deck prior to the Dark World structure deck coming out. Because of all those conditions, there will be some wording differences between what I'm saying and what is actually on screen. However, go by what's on screen as to the correct wording for the effects, simply because that will be the most accurate version of what's currently available for every card. Alright, let's just get back into it. Alright everyone, Tim the Enchanter here with Timorous Asylum, and I'm bringing to you my pure Dark World deck. This is before the structure deck came out recently. I had this built quite a few months ago. As you all know, I took a hiatus from deck showing, so here we are. And as you can tell, the first card is One Curse, Necro. Cannot be normal summoned or set, must be special summoned by a card effect. You can target 3 of your banished fiend monsters, special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, shuffle those banished monsters into the deck. If this card is in the GY because it was destroyed in your monster zone by an opponent's card and sent there this turn, special summon this card from your graveyard, then you can destroy cards your opponent controls up to the number of face-up spell traps you control with different names. You can only use each effect of Curse Necro once per turn. Then we have 3 Dragon Lord of Dark World. You can special summon this card from your graveyard by returning 1 face-up Dark World monster you control to the hand, except Grapha, Dragon Lord of Dark World. If this card is discarded to the graveyard by a card effect, target 1 card your opponent controls, destroy that target. Then if this card was discarded from your hand to your graveyard by an opponent's card effect, look at 1 random card in your opponent's hand. Then if it was a monster, you can special summon it to your side of the field. Then we have 2 Lucent, Nether Lord of Dark World. If this card is discarded to the graveyard by a card effect, special summon it from the graveyard. Then, if this card was discarded from your hand to the graveyard by an opponent's card effect, you can special summon 1 Fiend type monster from your deck to either side of the field. Then 3 Snow Unlight of Dark World. If this card is discarded to the graveyard by a card effect, if it was discarded from your hand to your graveyard by an opponent's card effect, you can target 1 monster in your opponent's graveyard. Add 1 Dark World card from your deck to your hand, then special summon that target, if any, in face-up defense position. 2 Beige Vanguard of Dark World. If this card is discarded to the graveyard by a card effect, special summon it from the graveyard. 1 Dark Spirit of Banishment. If your opponent's monster attacks at the start of the damage step, you can send this card from your hand or field to the GY. Then target 1 level 8 Fiend monster in your graveyard. Special summon it, but its effects are negated. And if you do, change the attack target to it and perform damage calculation. If a level 8 Fiend monsters is sent to your GY while this card is in your GY, except during the damage step, you can add this card to your hand. You can only use each effect of Dark Spirit of Banishment once per turn. 1 Dark Spirit of Malice. When your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, you can send this card from your hand or field to the GY. Then target 1 level 8 Fiend monster in your GY, special summon it, but its effects are negated. If a level 8 Fiend monsters is sent to your GY while this card is in your GY, except during the damage step, you can add this card to your hand. You can only use each effect of Dark Spirit of Malice once per turn. 3 Brow Huntsman of Dark World. If this card is discarded to the graveyard by a card effect, draw 1 card, plus another card if this card was discarded from your hand to your graveyard by an opponent's card effect. And last for the monsters, 3 Tour Guide from the Underworld. When this card is normal summoned, you can special summon 1 level 3 Fiend monster from your hand or deck, but negate its effects. Also, it cannot be used as synchro material. 3 Allure of Darkness. Draw 2 cards, then banish 1 dark monster from your hand, or, if you don't have any in your hand, send your entire hand to the GY. 3 Drag Down into the Grave. You and your opponent looks at each other's hands, select 1 card from each other's hands and discard them to the graveyard, and each draw 1 card. Then we have 2 Trade-In. Discard 1 level 8 monster, draw 2 cards. 1 Upstart Goblin. Draw 1 card, then your opponent gains 1,000 life points. 1 Card Destruction. Both players must discard their entire hands and draw the same number of cards that they discarded from their respective decks. 3 Dark World Dealing. Each player draws 1 card, then each player discards 1 card. 1 Monster Reborn. Target one monster in either player's graveyard, special summon it. 1 charge into a dark world. Target 1 level 4 or lower fiend monster in your GY. Special summon it, then discard 1 fiend monster. You can only activate 1 charge into Dark World per turn. 3. The Gates of Dark World. All fiend-type monsters gain 300 attack and defense. Once per turn, you can banish 1 fiend-type monster from your graveyard, discard 1 fiend-type monster, then draw 1 card. And finally, now to be fully upfront about this card, I'm actually thinking about swapping them out for something like Crackdown or something else, just simply because this can also hurt me in some minor ways. Not entirely, but enough to inconvenience me sometimes. However, because it is still more useful, I am including 3 Skill Drain. Activate this card by paying 1,000 life points. Negate the effects of all face-up monsters while they are face-up on the field, but their effects can still be activated. Then we go on to the extra deck. 1 Divine Arsenal, AA Zeus Sky Thunder. 2 level 12 monsters. Once per turn, if an XZ monster battled this turn, you can also XZ summon Divine Arsenal AA Zeus Sky Thunder by using 1 XZ monster you control as material. Transfer its materials to this card. Quick effect. You can detach 2 materials from this card, send all other cards from the field to the GY. Once per turn, if another card you control is destroyed by battle or an opponent's card effect, you can attach 1 card from your hand, deck, or extra deck to this card as material. Now this next one's been very useful as of late. Number 22, Zombiestein. 2 level 8 dark monsters. Must be XZ summoned and cannot be special summoned by other ways. Once per turn, during either player's turn, you can detach 1 XZ material from this card and send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard. Then target 1 face-up card your opponent controls, change this card to defense position, and if you do, that face-up card has its effects negated until the end of this turn. Number 97, Draglubian. If you've seen my other deck profiles, you know exactly why he's in here. And if not, I will include a link to another video somewhere around the top, so click it if you're interested. Number 38, Hope Harbinger Dragon Titanic Galaxy. As previously mentioned, you would also know why this one's pretty useful. Number 23, Lancelot Dark Knight of the Underworld. 2 level 8 monsters. This card can attack your opponent directly while it has XZ's material. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, destroy it. Once per turn, during either player's turn, when a spell or trap card or another monster's effect is activated, detach 1 XZ material from this card and negate that activation. Number 30, Acid Golem of Destruction. 2 level 3 monsters. During your standby phase, detach 1 XZ material from this card or take 2,000 damage. You cannot special summon any monsters. While this card has no XZ material, it cannot attack. 1 Lever the Sea Dragon. 2 level 3 monsters. Once per turn, you can detach 1 XZ material from this card to target 1 banished level 4 or lower monster. Special summon that target to your side of the field. And the reason why we're playing Draglubian, number 100, Numeron Dragon. Now onto the Link monsters. 1 Boral Sword Dragon. It cannot be destroyed by battle. Once per turn, quick effect, you can target 1 attack position monster, change it to defense position. Also, this card can make a second attack during each battle phase this turn. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to this effect's activation. Once per turn, when this card declares an attack on a face-up monster, you can activate this effect until the end of this turn. This card gains attack equal to half that monster's current attack, and if it does, that monster's current attack is halved. Now the other MVP outside of Zombiestein. Access Code Talker. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to this card's effect activations. If this card is Link summoned, you can target 1 Link monster that was used as material for its Link summon. This card gains attack equal to that monster's Link rating times 1,000. You can banish 1 Link monster from your field or graveyard, destroy 1 card your opponent controls. Also, for the rest of this turn, you cannot banish monsters with that same attribute to activate this effect of Access Code Talker. 1 Nightmare Unicorn. If this card is Link summoned, you can discard 1 card, then target 1 card on the field, shuffle it into the deck. Then, if this card was co-linked, when this effect was activated, you can draw 1 card. You can only use this effect of Nightmare Unicorn once per turn, while any co-linked Nightmare monsters are on the field. For your normal draw, in your draw phase, draw 1 card for each different card among those co-linked Nightmare nightmare monsters, instead of drawing just one card. 1 Nightmare Phoenix. If this card is link summoned, you can discard 1 card, then target 1 spell trap your opponent controls and destroy it. Then, if this card was co-linked, when this effect was activated, you can draw 1 card. You can only use this effect of Nightmare Phoenix once per turn. Co-linked monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle. 1 Nightmare Cerberus. If this card is link summoned, you can discard 1 card, then target 1 special summon monster in your opponent's main monster zone, destroy it. Then, if this card was co-linked when this effect was activated, you can draw 1 card. You can only use this effect of Nightmare Cerberus once per turn. Co-linked monsters you control cannot be destroyed by card effects. 1 Wee Witch's Apprentice. All dark monsters on the field gain 500 attack and defense. Also, all light monsters on the field lose 400 attack and defense. If this card is destroyed by battle or a card effect, you can target 1 dark monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. You can only use this effect of Wee Witch's Apprentice once per turn. And then the final card in our extra deck. 1 IP Masquerena, Alternate Art. During your opponent's main phase, you can quick effect immediately after this effect resolves, link summon 1 link monster using materials you control, including this card. You can only use this effect of IP Masquerena once per turn. A link monster that uses this card as material cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Alright, so if you made it this far into the video, if you could comment down below, Dark World is the best world.
3 days later.
Also, you know, if you made it to the end of this video, if you could hit that like button, and if you are not subscribed, just tickle that subscribe button once, as it really does help out the channel. I am still currently doing a movie giveaway, which you can see the rules of in the community tab on our channel. As for the next video, it will either be my Galaxy Eyes current build or the updated Dark World build. Let me know also in the comments below as to which one you would rather see first. Seriously though, thank you all for sticking around this entire year and making this, you know, just great experience overall. I hope to be doing more in the future, and see you guys in the next video. Peace.